Good morning. In this lecture series, we see about how the working of under classification of power plant. These are the power plant can be under in the basic of engineering mechanical engineering. Okay, so in this lecture series, we see about how to the power plant is working and different types of power plant. How is the power is can be generated, and also we have to explain what is the source of the power plant. Okay, so these are the explained for this lecture series. So let's move on the topic. Okay, so today we discussing about what is the meaning of power plant. So let's move on the topic. So generally, the power plant can be working as a certain amount of source. Yes, correct. So the source can be it can be divided by the two method, that is two types. Okay, it is a one of the method is called as a primary energy source, and the secondary method we call it as a secondary energy source. Okay, so the primary energy source is nothing but so your main source can be converted into the another form. Okay, that is called as the primary and secondary. So for example, I have taken the coal, oil, nuclear fuel, water, and wood. Okay, so these are convert as a electricity. Okay, so and candle, oil, lamp. Okay, so electricity and light and heat and light. Okay, so these are the process to convert the primary source. This is the convert as a secondary sources. Okay, so the sources is also further classified into based upon your renewable. Okay, so the conventional source of energy or non-conventional source of energy, while the conventional source of energy is nothing but non-renewable source of energy. So it is a one-time process. Okay, that is called as a non-renewable source of energy. It is called as a conventional source of energy. So we're going for the non-conventional source of energy. It is a renewable sources. Can be repeatedly, they can be extract the energy. Okay. So these are the types of source of energy. And also fossil fuel is a main source is coal, oil, and natural gases. So these are the main primary source. Okay. This source can be converted as a secondary energy source. Okay. So these are the source can be converted as a one form to another form. So now I am discussing the detailly. So what is the meaning of non-conventional energy source and it's a conventional energy source? Okay. So the non-conventional energy source is nothing but okay, the solar energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, tidal energy, biomass energy. So these are the under called as a non-conventional energy source. So what is the meaning of non-conventional energy source means the energy can be repeatedly extract. That is the meaning. Okay, non-conventional source is nothing but the energy can be extract repeatedly. Okay, wow. So that is called as a non-conventional energy source. But a conventional energy source is nothing but the solid, liquid, gas, and fuel and the hydraulic energy. So these are the conventional energy source. Is once the process can be completely done, it can be extracted. Okay, it cannot be extracted. So it is a one-time process. Okay, so it is called as a conventional energy sources. So these are the types the power plant can be is working. Okay, so the type of power plant is working under non-conventional energy source or conventional energy source. So both power plants nowadays available. Let's move on to discussing one by one. Okay. Yes. So what is the meaning of, what is the classification of power plant? So the first one is the conventional power plant. Let's see, we always see about what is the conventional power plant and what is the non-conventional power plant. Yes. So conventional power plant is nothing but coming under steam power plant, nuclear or automatic power plant, diesel power plant, gas power plant, and a hydroelectric power plant. So what about non-conventional power plant is that is like a solar thermal power plant, wind powered generation, wave power plant, tidal power plant, geothermal power plant, and a biomass power plant, and a ocean thermal power plant. Okay, so these are under called as a non-conventional power plant. Okay, so we have to main focusing on this lecture series. We have to work how to work this steam power plant is working. So, and what is the source this can be needed for the steam power plant? Okay, and also how the steam is converted as a electric energy. So these kind of process can be explained in this lecture series. Okay, so the similarly for nuclear power plant and diesel power plant and the gas power plant and the hydroelectric power plant. So the each power plant having a different types of source and the different types of source are convert as a another form of the is another form, that is a secondary types of source. Okay, the second types of source can be utilized the certain human being. Okay, so that is also called as a source. Okay, but that source can be divided by the extract by the primary source. Okay, yes. So these are the called as a conventional and non-conventional. Conventional, it is a non-renewable source, and non-conventional is a renewable source. So these are the types and the classification of power plants. Thank you.